All right, Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises to Yahweh Shem Shah. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone that rule well. And salutations to the hopeful elect that's pushing this word in sincerity and truth across the four corners of the earth. I just wanted to, come back, with another quick lesson. Basically about, staying in order. As it pertains to the men that the Most High has put above you, man. All right. Even when you feel as though, you maybe aren't getting led right or in some shape, form, or fashion. All right. Maybe you feel like your leader, getting over on you. All right. Or just the perfect example of that is, what happened over there in with that Atlanta situation. All right. But the thing that I took out of that situation the most, even though what that dude Yaradan was doing, was very wicked. All right, especially as a leader, of a so-called leader of the sheep of Yahweh Shem Shai. It was very wicked what he did. But the thing that I took out of that the most is that them brothers, was going through all that hell under that wicked leader, and they ain't break rank or nothing, man. That was a true, showing of their faith, man. All right, here it is. You got this so-called leader. All right. Yeah, of course, when we come into the truth, we look up to our leaders, man. Those that, gave us the word through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shah. All right. Not knowing that they have, maybe a whole nother agenda, or a whole nother side, that they not showing you, or you being so young in the truth, you can't, analyze that situation, spiritually enough to, really bring it out. And of course, you don't want to be that dude bucking up at the leadership, So they did exactly what they were supposed to do, just, let Yahweh Shem Shah handle it, all right? Whether it be, whatever the situation is, man, brother. It was financial down there, you know what I mean? Brother was, taking money from brothers, basically swindling them out of money, and, never paying it back, you know what I mean? When brothers give you something in this society, of course, you want to see your brother doing good, but shit, you could use that. It's gonna be a time when you could use that shit back yourself, man. He wasn't doing that, whether it be, or just any aspect of, of a brother taking advantage of another brother, all right, especially as a leader, all right. But once again, those brothers showed, a true amount of faith, all right, an immense amount of faith in Yahweh Shem Shah to deal with that, wicked ass leader, all right. I'm gonna get a couple scriptures. It's Hebrews 13:7. It says, "Remember them which have the rule over you, who have spoken unto you the word of the Most High, whose faith follow, considering the end of their conversation." All right, considering the end of their conversation, man. All right, because brothers can, if you a leader, not even just a leader, man. Brothers can say anything out their mouth, man. Right, but you gotta, study everything, man. You gotta analyze everything as a judge, man. All right, because I'm sure in that, just to use the situation that happened down there, I'm sure slowly but surely, those brothers that was in that camp started seeing the chinks in their leader armor, man. All right, and that happened because they didn't, of course I don't know every account, but I'm pretty sure they wasn't just wilding out on them and all that shit, man. They kept staying in order, man. Right, but the Most High slowly revealed, not just leadership, but brothers, man. Alright, it may be, in very small increments, and maybe you don't understand it at the beginning of, this happening. Alright, but it'll happen, man. If that brother not right, man, the Most High gonna expose who he truly is, man. And like I said, it may be immediately, it may be in very small increments over, a course of, years or some shit, man. You know. But sooner or later, you know, the truth is gonna rise up about, you know, that person, man. But if that person be your leader, okay, or be a head of a camp, or have held any office in the truth that's above you, man, the best thing for you to do is just roll with it, man. You know what I mean? Because that could just be the Most High testing you, man. Alright, to deal with a wicked leader, man. Alright? Because brothers, you know, you'll get, you know, I don't want to say weak, but you'll want to get carnal. Like if somebody, you know, is taking, you know, thousands of dollars, you know, or, you know, receiving, or, you know, I don't know if he stole all of it, but, you know, or receiving money, if you know, breaking bread with brothers and you don't, you know, nobody's trying to pay that back, you know, that shit'll make you mad as fuck, man, you know, whether a brother, you know, got it or not, you know. But the best thing to do, hey, remember them which have rule over you, man. You gotta wait for Yahweh Hashem Yahushua to, you know what I'm saying, knock that leader, you know, off that ruler, that out of that position of rulership, man. All right, you gotta have faith that the Most High is gonna do that. All right, and in other cases, just, you know, put the spirit on that brother to realize his faults, man. All right. But you are still to be, you know, obedient, you know, unto them that the Most High has put over you, man. Right? Because that hell that you may be going through with a brother, or chiefly someone in a position of leadership, it just be the Most High using him to test you, man. All right? And you know, justifying yourself and all that shit, you know. It really don't get you nowhere anyway, man. You know, you could go to a brother, like maybe somebody passes a wicked judgment on you know, or just not even wicked, just an unwise judgment, you know. I mean, you could, you know, defend yourself, you know, even if it's all factual, but you're still gonna look like an asshole, you know, through the spirit, man. Alright, because when somebody's above you, best thing for you to do is, you know, be quiet, man, and just let that shit roll, man, and see what the Most High gonna do. All right, because it all comes down to your faith in Yahweh Hashem Yahushua at the end of the day, anyway, okay, and nothing else, man. This is Job 9:20. It says, "If I justify myself, my own mouth shall condemn me. If I say I am perfect, it shall also prove me perverse." All right. So that's even, you know, even if you catch somebody on, you know, on the foul, man, you know, with Chief, you talking about, you know what I'm saying, someone that's above you, okay? It doesn't, you know, you shouldn't try to justify yourself, man. All right. Just play the low. All right. Even if you feel like you're right, say you're wrong. All right. It could just be a test of, you know, is this dude really prideful or not, man? Play the low, man. Alright? Scripture say, you know, sometimes you gotta suffer wrongfully, man. Let's do that shit, man. Because, you know, like the scripture say, if I justify myself, my own mouth shall condemn me. Alright? Because sometimes the shit that you going through is some payback shit. Alright? It's the Most High getting you for some other shit you did. Of course, it may not be fresh in your mind, maybe, you know, it ain't in what they say, the front of your brain right now, but you paying for some other shit, all right? And the tribulation for the Most High can come through, you know, many avenues of, you know, anguish, and putting you through a position of difficulty. It comes in many shapes, forms, and fashion, all right? But even with that, you know, because, you know, Job at this point was, you know, basically he was going through it, man. He was, you know, he was like mentally fucked up at that point. He was thinking the whole time, what did I do, man? I thought I was a man of the Lord. What did I do to deserve this shit? You know, but, you know, as brothers know in the book of Job, you know, although he had, you know, a weak moment, okay, because Job was, you know, questioning the Most High. All right? Although Job had a moment, where he may have gotten emotional, at the end of the day, he got his ass up and did what he had to do, all right? And cause you gonna get knocked down in this thing, all right? It could be like, you had like a mental lapse, all right? Maybe some shit from the world got your mind consumed a little bit too much, all the carnal shit, all that carnal shit you could lose, those tribulations and shit like that. But as long as you get up and keep pushing, what iniquity or sin have you committed? If you still right there, right? So I say all that to say, that once again, going back to the brothers in Atlanta, I'm sure they was pissed, man. I'm sure they wanted to get carnal with bruh, man. It was like a high amount of money, very high amounts of money that he had actually defrauded them out of. But they still there though, And that wicked man got revealed, and now he's gone, And that shows the power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, having faith in Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man. All right, so I'm gonna grab one more scripture. I'm gonna close out a little bit. This is 1 Peter 2:19. It says, "For this is thankworthy, if a man for conscience towards the Most High endure grief, suffering wrongfully." Right? Because the brothers didn't think, going back to the leadership, the brothers didn't think that nigga was gonna be that wicked and shit, doing all that shit. Who would have ever thought? When you come into the truth, you feel like you reuniting with your family, man. And for somebody to do that to you like that, it's wicked, man. But once again, brothers suffer wrongfully, man. Alright. It says, "For what glory is it if when ye be buffeted for your faults, ye shall take it patiently? But if when ye do well and suffer for it, ye take it patiently, this is acceptable with the Most High." Alright, so even, all of us, had a past or something, you know what I mean? But when you feel like you're doing well, alright, within the guidelines of this truth, okay, or doing it to the best of your ability, and you still suffer for it, that's acceptable with the Most High. Alright? It's acceptable with the Most High, man. That we suffer wrongly, alright? Because, we got ourselves in this position, man. So, of course it was all prophecy, but, that's how it goes, man. The Israelites put themselves in this position, man. Alright? And you're gonna have, once again, that situation, man, is, you have brothers that take advantage of brothers and shit, do all kind of wicked shit, you know what I mean? But sooner or later, they gonna, that shit gonna get revealed. It's gonna bubble to the surface, man. Alright? Just like everything, man. So with that, I just want to say, all you brothers out there, maybe you're younger in the truth, as I am myself, alright? But just, follow your leadership no matter what, Follow your leadership and keep faith in Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, okay? So with that, I want to give all praise to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone that rule well, and salutations to the hopeful elect that's pushing this word in sincerity and truth across the four corners of the earth. Shalom.